Ninjas are butterflies.
Lily?
Did I get you?
That could literally put your eye out, you psycho.
You shoot me with this.
Not in your face.
Do it again.
No. Lil.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Those things paranoid me, like have me so paranoid. Every time he shoots me, I'm like, ah!
That could literally take your eye out.
That thing literally would go into his eye, like just like that crow.
Dude, what if you just made me blind right? Like both eyes, I got hit.
You would have had to finish the half episode.
Just tie like a bandana around my face.
Then
Just
you
crying
get
the
to
whole
be a
time.
pirate. You'd be a pirate.
Yeah.
You've always wanted to be a pirate. You know, there's a place in Idaho called
Crazy.
Butte.
You're crazy.
I thought they were like Orbeez.
You felt what they feel like when they hit you. Imagine that on your eyeball.
It is kind of dangerous. Like, you need to have glasses on with those all the time.
They come
Listen.
with glasses.
Yeah, it's so dangerous.
Everyone chill.
I can't believe you would ever do that to your husband. It's not like he ever punched you in the face or anything.
Yeah,
I should have really played into that.
No, stop the camera. Stop the camera.
It's the first bleep on the podcast.
We may have to bleep one word on the podcast from last episode. I don't think
was
you've
that?
ever said that word on the pod.
What?
The P word.
You said
Did I really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Wait, the one that's already up?
no, the one that
The one we just filmed.
I really said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said I would. Yeah, you said.
I remember hearing it and I go, I guess that word's okay now.
Oh, I said I would be.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah. Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
I really want you guys to watch that reel that I sent to Ninja Clan. The one that you started to play.
Okay.
It's in our text or IG?
This IG. It's Umbridge. It's that scene, but we were talking about Umbridge while you're going to the bathroom.
I see nobody but you. I'm never confused.
I don't like that.
Just wait.
No, I don't want to watch that.
That seems so weird.
It goes through like all the dialogue where she's like saying you need to be punished.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
This
no.
is gross. Gross.
Too much.
Oh, we're on 73 and a half, ladies and gentlemen. We're live.
Technically,
Can you hit the start on
not
that?
live.
Hit the start. Start.
We're live here.
Yeah, we are. We're alive.
Oh.
And I couldn't be happier.
Okay, talk about that rocket.
Okay, let's talk about it. Listen to this audio real quick.
American spacecraft launching more than 300 people to their final resting place, the moon. The Vulcan rocket blasted off from Cape Canaveral early this morning. Its main mission to pave the way for the return of NASA astronauts to the moon. It's also, get this, carrying a payload of human DNA samples, including ashes provided by families. The remains of Star Trek actors Nichelle Nichols, James Doohan, and DeForest Kelley are on their way to the final frontier.
Aw.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Also, Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry is very cool. He's also
Cute,
doing
right?
the DNA remains of George Washington, JFK, and General Eisenhower. American spacecraft.
Why are we sending the remainder of JFK's DNA to the moon?
I guess
And
'cause
George Washington?
I guess I understand it because he started the
Space race.
space race.
Yeah, but the remainder of it?
yeah, that's weird.
I mean, what are we doing with George Washington's DNA as well?
I heard
How do we have it?
That's my thing. It's like we got a
Yeah,
wooden
how do
tooth
we
or
have
something.
that's weird.
Yeah.
I heard another video that ship lost
Contact?
or like something happened to where the solar panels on it, which charge the batteries to get it to the moon, are not facing the right way. So they've like basically are losing power and they won't be able to make it to the moon.
What?
How does that work?
I don't know.
It's because it's haunted.
The whole story is really weird.
Yeah, it's just, I don't get it. I get the Star Trek things, like it's kind of fun, cool, astronauts. But I don't know, sending other people's DNA, especially without their consent, or like, what are you
Well,
doing?
it's the
Why?
family's consent.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, but it said 100 people's DNA.
300.
But is it just famous people in their
They
crematory
probably-
state?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, is there DNA in ashes?
I think that he's added that onto it. So he's DNA and ashes and like
Okay.
remains. And so like, I'm assuming he said remains. So I'm assuming that's ashes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, absolutely wacky. He's like vials of DNA. Is that
Yeah, is
JFK's blood going to be on the moon
That's
or
what I'm
something?
saying.
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
Or is it
we-
like what's it called? What's that movie that you love so much?
Shrek.
Interstellar,
Oh.
where we're sending.
Or
I haven't seen it.
they're sending it to the alien base that's on the other side of the moon.
That's what I'm saying. Are they
And-
making a trade?
Yeah.
Are we sending some human remains so they can start doing some testing off site?
some cross DNA testing
No.
and creating their own
Hybrids.
hybrids?
Avenge me. JFK, come on. JFK's coming back in space form.
Oh my gosh!
He comes back as the 8-foot tall alien.
What if the Great Deception is?
The only thing to fear is me.
Oh man. No!
JFK's an alien.
Kind of cool with it though.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool.
But speaking of bodies going to space, we found some bodies recently on this Earth. 215 bodies found buried behind a Mississippi jail
Yikes!
They were
this
prisoners.
week. 200 bodies, missing persons.
No, they
Like people that were classified as missing persons. One of them, a cop just hit driving, and no joke, got rid of the body into the cemetery. Like,
no,
so buried
they
it.
made the prisoners dig the grave, and then they buried it. And all these bodies, none of the family members knew that their loved ones were buried behind the prison.
Not a clue at
What
all.
an abuse
Dude,
of power.
crazy.
Over 200.
That's like I read that. I was like, okay, so this has got to be like an old story. It's like, no, it just came out. Like this is happening now.
These people need to be punished to the full extent of the law.
Totally.
Can't-
It's super
you can't
wild.
do that.
That's just like
And when it came out, it was like something like if these prisoners died, the family member had to literally buy the body to where they could bury it.
What?
It wasn't given back to the family.
On what planet?
It's like what's happening?
What are we doing?
The fact that our entire prison system isn't federal, and the fact that it's like privatized prison is
It's messed up.
yeah. We won't go into all of that, but I don't agree with that.
well, there was that
practice.
one jail in Texas, I think it was, had 17 deaths inside the jail. It's a city jail. Like just a city jail.
Oh.
17 people had died in like 3 years in that jail. And they're like, okay, now we're opening an investigation. It's like, now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now? It's like, you got to be kidding me.
Do it after the first one or the second one at
Yeah,
the
dude,
least.
every
you know?
single thing should have an investigation. Like, this is nuts, man.
Yeah, that's what's wild.
Absolutely crazy.
Going
But, you know,
downhill, baby.
Hey, but
Hang on.
body's been everywhere, dude. In space.
everywhere. You know, they found them here, they found them there. They found them behind the prisons.
They got him over there. They got him on the moon.
They got them on the moon now.
I tell you. Sounds like something an uncle would say. You know, they got JFK's blood on the moon.
It's like your like super like swamp uncle, like
Yeah.
guy that lives in the swamps. I'll tell you now, they got the people living in the moon. They got dead body in the ground. Everywhere.
There's about 250 bodies that right out of jail. Nobody knows about them. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Gramps.
okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm sure they put JFK's blood on the moon. What are you talking
I'll tell you, they
about?
did it. Go look it up right now.
We're going to sound like the craziest people when we get older.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared for it.
So let's talk about giants.
That's like when we had the marketing Christmas party.
Yeah.
And we just start talking about like the darkest conspiracies. Everyone's just like,
Yeah.
What did Kaylee say at the table? She's like, "Do you mean to imply that there's a conspiracy around 9/11?"
That was so,
and I go,
She literally like,
but there's not, guys.
there's definitely not.
Definitely. Yeah, there's no way they could have potentially been an inside job.
No, even hypothetically, you couldn't even come up with a possible scenario.
We are going to get canceled now.
my parents are one of those couples that like get mad when you talk about how.
I have never met a person like that, and I would love to have a debate with them.
Yeah.
I would
I
love
don't
to
know.
sit down.
I feel like I am turning a leaf with your parents with conspiracy
Particularly
stuff.
my dad. My dad is. I mean, he's this close.
Yeah.
Dude, Dave seems like he would be the biggest tinfoil hat guy. Like,
No, he has so much faith in our government. He does.
well,
Because once you lose it, it's like, what do you have left? You know.
Yeah. I'm
when you
not.
said that, you're like, what do you have left?
You know.
seriously, someone tell me because I'm losing it. I have nothing to live for.
Yeah. Lately with your dad, I'll be like talking about this crazy stuff. And instead of him just like, oh yeah, he's just like, he looks at me like this.
What were you guys talking about on Monday? It was like
The alien, the Miami thing.
Yeah, and he's like, what? About the mall? What do you mean?
That's so much to process.
It is. It's when Josh is telling me I'm doing this. I can't handle it. I can't handle an alien in the mall.
Dave's the
In
best.
Miami, it's too local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paige like did like 2 hours of research after that story broke. She's like sitting there like reading, and I think she was just looking for somebody to say some excuse to it's not alien.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, everyone's power didn't go out. It's not real." And she's
Yeah.
like, "That was enough for me to like be
Just-
at peace and not think about it."
Well, it wasn't everyone. It wasn't. It was. They just said 61,000.
I know,
homes.
but
yeah.
for her, it was like,
yeah,
Ignorance is bliss.
"Yep."
Kelsey, always, I have her watch the ninja videos sometimes, and I'll show her and everything, and it's like a whole story, and she'll at the very end, she'll be like, "Wow, is that real?" I was like, no, probably not.
We
Like,
need
oh,
to,
okay.
we need to start saying it on the podcast more. That like, don't take everything we
No,
say seriously.
no, we said that in the very first episode.
I'll still
we say
cut
it every
it.
once in a
but
while.
some people are jumping on now, like they'll just jump to our recent episode and be like, "These guys, what are they talking about?"
Then we can have something at the on the bottom of
Yeah,
the
it
corner.
says-
We don't need to say
Well,
it
that's
because this
I'm
is a
gonna cut
comedy
it.
show.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna cut it
yeah.
out when I cut the short, anyways, because there's so many times you're like, I don't know how factual this is, but guess what happened? And I'll
we can-
literally delete your disclaimer and just go in.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Wait, so the Bigfoot is actually Albert Einstein?
You'll be like, I'm not saying Bigfoot is Albert Einstein, and I'll just take Bigfoot is Albert Einstein.
That we can always add it to the description too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, true.
just covering our bases. But
Or, I mean, just add it to our bio. It's like, because we are a comedy show. This is us.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Disclaimer: we are a comedy show. Do not believe everything we say because we don't really know what we're talking about.
Disclaimer.
Unless we,
we
do
don't.
know, unless we do know what we're talking about, but that's for you to figure out.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not going to tell you which ones we're sure of and which ones we're not.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. You guys' week's been going good though?
Whoa.
What do we got? We got a lot of stuff going on in January. We got conferences.
Yeah.
Conferences?
By the time this comes out, we're already going to be done. We're going to be leaving Chattanooga almost.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to Chatty.
I'll be
Chatty boys?
I'll be sitting here crying.
Andrew will be at home editing, crying.
Yep.
Be perfect.
Missing my best friends.
All right, I have a lyric. Do you know Monsters by Rihanna and Eminem?
I'm friends with the monsters inside of my head.
And then
A bed or head?
It's, I think it's.
Inside of my head.
You think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm crazy?
But that's not fair.
Is that the line? That's not fair. Well, that's not fair.
I have no idea.
Apparently, it's not.
What is
Just learned that this week. It's apparently it's nothing.
Huh?
it? No.
Yep.
Stop.
It's nothing.
Nothing.
I'm just messing. Oh.
Apparently, that's the actual legitimate lyric
that's not fair.
confirmed by Rihanna. So it's like ever since I've been hearing that, well, that's not fair. It's just been wrong.
It's like the Blink line. I wore cologne instead of I walk alone. An Adam's song.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's like,
Really?
I took her out. It was a Friday night.
That's not Adam's song.
Or
The first date night or whatever
No,
the
no.
rock show.
whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took her out. It was a Friday night.
I walked alone.
Oh.
It's I wore cologne.
Oh, okay.
Together, right.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yep.
We became really good friends, and then we watched a movie, and then she went home at an appropriate time.
And that's about having proper boundaries.
We should just do that remix. all
Make
of
sure
the
you
songs.
say yes and please.
Get your dad's blessing.
Yeah, I can know. What is the name of that song? Golly. Is it date? Is it first date?
No.
First date. Golly, I can't remember the name of that song. Blink 182, classic. Classic.
No, classic, no.
Yes, I believe Blink 182 was definitely a classic. A banger.
Classical.
And I know bangers, Dad.
What's my age again?
What's my age again?
I don't know.
34.
Yeah.
You're 34.
Hey, your birthday's coming up.
My birthday is coming up. I'm the 29 for only a couple more weeks.
29.
February 29?
No, 8th.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm only 29 for a couple more weeks.
Okay.
29?
Are they even
Dude,
29 days in February?
I think, is today leap year? I think it is leap year,
Is
isn't it?
today a leap year?
I didn't mean to say that. Jerk.
I don't understand leap years.
I mean, I guess.
I want to do a podcast segment coming up about the calendars and how it's potentially not even, what year is it? 2024?
What
That
is it?
it's in fact in the we're in the 1500s.
You've kind of touched on that, haven't you?
Maybe.
Or
Well,
what?
2,000 years ago, we were underwater, so.
Shut up.
I was editing that today, and I was just like,
wait.
"That was the funniest thing."
You were editing that reel today?
I was watching it. I mean, no, I was watching
doing
watching
timestamps, right?
timestamps. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, relax. You're good.
I was like, I did it
We overlapped.
yesterday.
You guys made a whole reel about how I said
No.
that the flood was 2,000 years
We
ago.
actually did a 2023 compilation of Lily's biggest mess ups. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's really great.
No.
Don't say that.
I
'cause-
we
don't
should-
say that because somebody's gonna want us.
I
to
thought
dig
about
for it.
going through and like when we do cuts and stuff and everything like that, we just have a compilation of all her gasps.
That would be so funny.
Just
be like 6 hours of Lily gasping.
Shut up.
it's like, what is that? They have a pro wrestler compilation of like every time he took a breath.
Oh,
it's just-
yeah. Yeah.
It's just like
Do it.
For
Do
some
it.
reason, you lose breath watching
Yeah.
it because it's
Do
like
it for
watching
some
somebody who goes underwater in a movie and you
Oh,
hold your
yeah.
breath.
Oh my gosh.
Do
You
it for
ever-
Josh every time he says to wear.
Oh yeah. We all say like very much.
Yeah. Do you remember the first like couple reels I ever did for this podcast? I used a bell, and I
Yeah, it was really fun. I definitely remember that. I definitely remember that for good reasons. It's like, hey, Andy, the speech impediment, this thing you guys aren't happy about, let me highlight it and bring it to everyone's attention.
Did you hear about the Chinese nuclear
Yes.
missiles?
Oh, no.
So supposedly there was some sort of traitor corruption thing within the Chinese military, and it's very confusing. But supposedly they filled all of their nuclear warheads, instead of with fuel, they filled it with water. So now they cannot be launched. And this report says that it would put the Chinese military, basically, if we went to war now, they wouldn't be able to go to the full extent for another 4 years.
Wow.
Just by putting water in it.
Let's put water in all of them.
It's really confusing. And
Yeah.
I'm like, just like, how do you make that mistake?
Yeah, for real.
Or how do you let someone be like, yeah, I'll fill it up. Just get a water bottle and start.
Yeah. Do you think, like they always say, like the nuclear launch codes are like digitized, and like if AI ever took over, like
That's
or
what
some
Cat
hack-
Williams said.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
Yeah.
is that real or is it a physical code? You think
It's a key.
he
that's
did.
all it is?
He also didn't say definitively nuclear. He was just referring to modern weapons run on basic Wi-Fi. So I was curious when he said that, if he was like, I was like, are you referring to nuclear, or are you just talking about missile
Also,
systems?
why would Cat Williams know?
Again, I don't know.
But that's the thing. There's so many things where it's like no one's coming out and saying, "Hey, this isn't a lie. Like this is a lie, and here's proof."
Well,
like
it's
it keeps
that-
coming out. He's telling the truth.
It could be that conspiracy theory of the CIA, like being operative or whatever, and because the information he gave out, you could make like probably 500 things that he said, and if 3 of them were in fact real, the other hundreds of
By
them,
default are kind of-
297.
yeah, I forget what number I said at first.
Oh, wait, I was wrong too. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear the first number either.
497.
Oh yeah. But if they're all like crazy, then like the other stuff is disregarded instantly. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
okay, this guy's just crazy.
Yeah,
Like the whole Alex Jones
Yeah,
theory.
exactly.
yeah. I don't know. Super
Cat
strange.
Williams works for the CIA, and so do I.
Freeze.
Freeze.
The Epstein list.
Let's talk about it. I couldn't believe your name was on it. I know you said it was just a vacation. You didn't really know what you were doing there,
Yeah.
but
Did you heard that thing about the Disney stuff?
No,
with
what?
the Epstein?
I don't know if I want to know. Tell me though.
The Disney Cruise Line would sometimes go to the Epstein Islands because their private island is right next to his, and so these kids would be like snorkeling off the coast of his island.
like excursions.
And it's like, what?
Dude, there's a whole conspiracy with that, and like Disney and missing children and all that.
Yeah, what was the cartoon? That talks about an island.
Oh, Pinocchio.
Is that what it was?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That creepy scene.
Dude,
Is it
that was-
Pleasure Island? Is that what it was called?
I think so.
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, where they turn into donkeys.
And it says he was going to kill him,
That's
but
Pinocchio.
they're like,
That's what we just said.
Oh,
no, that's Pinocchio.
I didn't hear you guys say Pinocchio.
But the connection of an island where they bring children.
Yeah, because
and
he's
then
like, he
the
can kill
children-
Pinocchio, and then he's like, no, we'll take him somewhere place.
Dude,
where,
that scene where that redhead
Yeah.
kid turned into donkey haunted me
the
forever.
shadow, dude. Oh my god,
Mama!
dude,
It's like, I'm like,
so scary.
so scared.
And you don't get anything like that in today's kid. Like, not that was probably a little too far for me,
Yeah.
but you get all these creepy, terrifying things of that for the evil people in the Disney to show the antagonist and stuff. And nowadays, it's literally just like, oh, they get a song and they dance around. It's fun colors. It's like, what are we doing? Like, where's the real evil in the world to show how good can overcome it?
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point.
Have you heard there's a theory out there that Epstein's not dead?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
big
I've heard
time.
that.
I mean, he would be the guy to do it. He could pull it off. He had the
Yeah.
money. He had the connections.
And the blackmailing.
It'd be strange, man. Dude, that would be the greatest bombshell of all time if, like,
Well,
we just turn on the news and then Tucker Carlson's going live with Jeffrey Epstein, like
Dude.
for an all-tell-all or something in some bunker.
I wonder if I saved it. There was one of the no, I didn't save it. Oh, excuse me. One of the hosts for one of the Fox News, whatever. I think she has her own podcast or something.
Okay.
But she says the information that she's received about Epstein in the list and everything regarding all that, she says there's more that's going to come out that no one has any idea.
Yeah, Megyn Kelly.
yeah.
Megyn Kelly did that. Yeah, she said, yeah, she's like, if you think this is good, this is not even close to the end of it.
Oh my god.
It's like there's going to be more stuff that you will be shocked by that will be coming out. It's like, what in the world does that mean?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
So, this list, how is it acquired? Is it a list of
It's a flight
flights?
logs, I
Oh.
think, right?
Yeah, so they have to keep track of everything and the guests and sometimes the reason or whatever, but at least like the location, mileage, and the cargo, basically. So, but then they say, you know, all the kids that were on the plane that had, you know, either adults with them or a parent.
Unaccompanied minors.
It's like, well, those are two different, Sam Morril, the comedian, he says, well, those
Yeah.
are two very different things.
Yeah.
It's like an adult and a parent. It's like, that's not
Yeah.
good enough, dude. It's wacky. Wacky stuff.
Makes you sick.
Makes you sick.
Dude,
I don't know.
when
I'll
I tell you
find
how dark I'd go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
I'd be
dude,
Rambo.
I think we talked about it, but that the interview where they asked these mothers, like, would you kill for
Oh,
your
yeah,
child?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And no, I wouldn't kill.
I would just report them to the police. I would involve the.
And the one lady, she's like, I would use some very strong language, and they would probably want to kill me, but no, I wouldn't kill. And it's like,
Their skin would be my new lamp
Dude.
shade.
Dude,
yeah,
I mean,
you don't even know. Oh my god.
that's crazy to me. That's
Yeah. Wild.
like, what's going on?
It sounds like you're way too okay with killing people.
If they're going to hurt my children,
Dude, if somebody hurt my kid, I would relish their demise.
do you see that video of there's this little girl that got like pushed by some neighbor guy, like some adult, just pushed her out of the way, and Joe showed it on his
yeah.
podcast.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We
dude.
talked about that before. He's
Yeah,
just
it was
like,
a biker.
And then he's like, I would-
you would see me in an orange jumpsuit later.
And then Bill's like, "Where did you go?
He's like-
you just went super dark. That's not your kid, dude. Relax."
come back.
Have you heard Joe Rogan talk about his workout motivation? Every time he works out, he pictures his family, I'll say, being pillaged.
Golly,
And he
dude.
says, I never want to find myself in a scenario where I am incapable of being their savior.
That kind of seems like an unhealthy way to work out.
He
I
needs
know,
to
that's-
see a therapist.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that one motivational speaker? He's like, listen, every single day, I want you to picture, like, as soon as you wake up, I want to picture every single person that you love in your life to be dead, to die today.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you to use that as your motivation.
When he said no, and the only way to fix your company
Oh yeah.
is to like fight back or something like that. And the
Yeah.
guy's like, relax.
Dude, chill.
out.
It's not that serious.
It's this whole Jocko train. I'll say it. That
Yeah.
that Jocko is poison.
It's too much for the wrong context. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dude's a monster, and I saw a TikTok this morning. It's like, listen, we're in corporate America, not in
The military.
Iraq. Okay. All right. We're dropping emails, not dropping bombs.
Yeah.
Okay. He says this is not a high critical level. It's like, it's important. Sure. We should definitely run that program,
Yeah.
but it is not at critical high level.
I'm just having trouble seeing how sending a quote in my sales department is similar to a whole military operation. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Go.
Yeah, and the motivation for like that mentality in the military, like charge the building. It's like, well, if you don't, the guy next to you literally dies.
Yeah.
So
If
it's
you
like,
don't do your job,
yeah, someone dies.
everything
Yeah.
happens, goes south.
I don't think we mentioned it. I mean, we showed it on Patreon, but Joe Rogan is following us now on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I talked to him.
Which is crazy.
Repeatedly.
Like a full
and we made
conversation.
him laugh.
And he sent our video to Graham Hancock.
Let's go.
And Graham Hancock's like, no, that's not correct.
But what do you know, Graham?
hey, Joe, tomato. You know what I'm saying?
What does Graham know? He's named after a cracker.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Crazy.
But it's nuts. We made him
Yeah.
laugh, sent out a fake tweet. We made a fake tweet. The Graham Hancock supported
That
us.
was-
Yeah.
That was
And we sent him some swag.
Do you remember
So-
all you guys laughed at me when you said, what's your goal for this year?
I
I
said-
said to get on the Joe Rogan podcast.
We're not going to get on the Joe Rogan podcast this year.
But the goal is
But we
coming
got his
closer and
attention.
closer.
I'm fine with that.
That's my goal. So
Okay.
I'm going to
So
get
let's-
us on there.
Okay, so let's play this out. He's like, you know what? I got a buddy. He's got a comedy show. It's like a great like little test to see how you do. Will you come on Kill Tony and
You have
just
to
be
do
a part of it?
You have to do 1 minute of stand up.
He's like, yeah, and if
That's so
the crowd
scary.
doesn't, hate you, then yeah, we'll do a pod.
If something like that happened, like maybe you guys are at a conference or something and Kill Tony has like a pop-up in your town, do you have something in your back pocket?
I have so many notes of things that I think are funny. So who knows?
I would probably do something where I go up and pretend I'm blind and do my whole bit about me being blind and like jokes around that. And like, what's really funny? I'm not even blind.
Face the crowd the whole time.
And
Wrong.
everyone's just like,
okay.
I would laugh. I would be laughing.
thanks.
Did you see that thing about how Taylor Swift is just Andrew Tate for women?
Who is?
Taylor Swift.
That is funny.
We were listening. We had such a weird date last weekend.
Yeah, where'd you guys go? Orlando?
Yeah. And we went to Avalon Exchange, which is like a vintage shop. Are you texting Paige?
No, I'm just
Oh.
looking. Okay, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're in there, and I am hearing this. I mean, it sounds like a plane crash. It sounds like cats. It's the new Taylor Swift album is playing
Oh
above
my
me.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
And I could not. I said to Josh, I said, "Is that the new Taylor Swift album?"
What
Barf.
song?
I had no idea.
The one where she cusses in it.
That's like every song.
The one she says about wood in it.
I don't know. I don't listen. I haven't listened to her.
Yeah,
new
she
album.
unfortunately has like dropped a ton of ones that are pretty. I mean, that have explicits in it, which is it's a bummer for our girls because they love listening
Yeah.
to her. But yeah,
But
it
a
is.
Did you see how she
Plane
called
crash?
herself a witch?
Uh
Really?
Look it up. She's like, this goes out to all my other witches.
oh.
And then like apparently at her tour thing, there's like a thing where it looked like a
Sacrifice or
Wiccan
like a
ritual thing.
She has some really creepy stuff. I don't know. It's wacky. All that stuff is so like because like, are you doing it to be trendy? Are you doing it to have symbolism? You have meaning behind it.
What happened to teardrops on my guitar?
What happened to her accent?
True.
Does she used to have an accent? Like a country accent?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she leaned into that because that's what sold. I mean, like that's what
Yeah.
like little teen country girl.
I mean, it's not like what she's not doing right now is not selling, but
Yeah, she's just
That was so much louder.
Oh, it
Yeah. I mean,
Did you find the witch thing?
no. I found a bunch of like, is it true? Is it not?
It was like a tweet that she did.
listen, don't come to her defense so quickly, Andrew.
I didn't. I started searching.
Leave her alone.
Leave Taylor alone.
she's the person of the year. You think they would give that to a witch? I don't think so.
Oh. Hey,
Hey,
listen, I'm
not a Swiftie.
I'm pretty sure
I just
I'm
live
just
with
living
one.
in a dream right now.
you're living in a dream?
Everything's so weird in life.
What do you mean?
I mean, like what's happening around us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
weird.
it's just social media at this point. Like it's just like
Dude, it's changed everything.
Well, I was thinking about this. Is all this stuff coming out now?
or has it just been happening forever?
Has it been happening and now we're running a podcast that's incentivized our brains to see it and shaped our algorithms to push it into us?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like we have all this panic because all this stuff's coming out. Maybe stuff was always coming out. We were just blissfully unaware.
Yeah.
But that's all. All it is just pop culture, and it's always happening. And now it's everywhere, and everything's news.
But I'm talking about even like earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff. Like
Animals acting weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And that's the thing.
I
We can
think
look
it's just-
back and we can see it, but it just seems like it's happening more and more, and we're seeing it
Everyone
now
in the-
because everything is video. And,
Yeah. Everyone in the world has a video camera. You
Yeah.
know, it's like
But none of it can get inside the Miami Mall. Not one clip.
that's what I'm saying.
We should have faked. We should have faked a video. We should have faked a video.
We did.
Yeah.
We need to fake something. We certainly did. But yeah,
Yeah, I
we
just
got to hop on those things.
You've seen the clip of like the thing walking back and forth on the steps out in front.
Yeah.
Which it's like hazy as heck. But to go with your whole like terrorist threat, like that would make sense if someone was strapped and like pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
But
Well, because I saw it was like 2 weeks before this thing happened. I saw some dude like the FBI released like a list of sleeper cell groups of Hamas, and one of them was in Miami. So like the FBI like warned like these are where
Yeah.
but that's
some of their things are.
that theory, not to go against you or argue with you, but that theory does not resonate with me only because if we're talking about the powers that be trying to qualm a potential terrorist attack, our big government is invested in the war in Israel.
Well, no, here's my thought is that I don't like being all political and stuff.
Yeah.
But if the theory is that they plan something out for election years to sway either way or get people to not be able to vote or this way or that way or approval ratings for the certain party, you know,
Yeah.
to
they would-
polarize the people.
Yeah.
they would probably want to save something like a big terrorist attack in the U.S. for when it's closer to the election time or something.
I see.
don't know. That's just my theory, and
I
it's
understand.
probably completely wrong.
Yeah,
but
and anything happens this year, like it's gonna be more evident that. I mean, you think about it. Things happen in this world outside the political world, outside of celebrities, outside of all this. Historic things happen, cultural happens, and they take that and they try to use it or push it
yeah,
for something. Whether it's good for them or bad for them, there's always got to be a defense or a plan or something in a way to twist it. And so it's just being more open to that and seeing what the base facts are and what the real story is. And it's kind of almost fun at that point to kind of see like, oh, they planned on they're making this move.
you shouldn't.
You could see it happening.
The news is one of the most dangerous things to watch.
Crazy, dude.
because
Yeah.
it's all agenda based.
Yeah.
Like the left and the right can be talking about the same subject but have completely different views on it and twist it their own ways.
And it happens in tiny ways too. They get just one adjective. Like I've
Echo
seen
chamber.
like how some people like you'll see headlines and it'll be like, you know, young black mother and it's like, okay, like why do we even have to mention these two adjectives? Like it's very small and smart and it could be extremely dangerous to push.
Propaganda.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
They did say one of the theories about what happened in the mall was that it was racially charged. And so
If DeSantis is wanting to put a cover on something and not make any more drama or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it would look bad on
And
the
it's a-
governor of Florida.
but it's in a way that we haven't historically seen.
Oh.
And so that's why and so I guess that would be a reason to cover it up.
Why the mall though? Is it a nice mall?
Yeah, I think it was it's like an
Millennium
open air mall.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Had some good shops there.
We should have gone down.
Wetzel's Pretzels, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
should
should've.
have gone down there. We should have done something. It's so close.
We
You
get
guys are
down.
going to come back and be like Astronaut's Wife.
I still have to watch it.
Yeah. It feels good to not be the only one who says that.
Yeah.
And we talked about some weird things today.
Yeah,
It was
we
a
did.
good. It was good though. We're
Yeah.
all over the place.
I
People
like
are gonna
that-
love this.
I like that we can use Patreon as a space to be a little bit more authentic about our topics and like, not that we're inauthentic on the podcast, but it feels more like we have to be a little choosy.
And it does have, it does feel like almost low energy on this one too, on the half episodes. So I'm trying to think like
we talked for like an hour and a half. Like whoa.
I know we almost have to do something like where it forces us to do something really wacky on the half episodes.
I think
like try things that we've never done before. Or like Andy has to learn how to be on a unicycle in the background the whole time while you guys talk.
Cool.
Like,
so funny,
like just
dude. When I was
things.
a kid, I had a unicycle.
I tried one time and about
you got it.
I think the furthest I've ever rode it was like 10 feet.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
I know one guy who did it. He was one of my best friends in high school, and he's the only person that I could know.
I
how
thought
to do
it was the coolest thing ever.
Crazy,
and at this
it's wacky
stage in
to
life,
do.
I'm just like, it's kind of weird if you're like, I'm a unicycle guy.
Yeah, because you can't like. It's not like you're just gonna go like. What do you do in your halftime? Well, unicycle. It's like not like you just go downtown on your unicycle like you would with a regular bike.
But people do, man.
I know, but it doesn't look peaceful. Like they're literally constantly like keeping their balance. It's like, what are you doing?
When I think it was when I was in Grand Rapids, there was a like a delivery guy on a unicycle. Like, and he was just
it's the original Fixie.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, have you seen the guys who do it off road? They make like mountain bike versions of them. It's
the motorized ones? The wheel that's in the middle?
Not the one wheel. Like they make like just massive tire unicycles. Dudes are like riding up logs and jumping off, but you can't physically like do the whole suspension thing really. And so these dudes are just like going up 10-foot things and schmack, and you're like, okay.
I've seen the one wheel where it's in between the legs.
Yeah.
They're facing forward. That big jump, dude. Oh my goodness, bro.
That was crazy.
Wild. Kelsey saw a video of because I've been telling her kind of like to get ready for snowboarding and like look on TikTok, like beginner tips and stuff like that, because she's never been. We were going a couple of weeks, and she saw a video of this guy that was stuck in the snow.
Oh, upside down?
The one upside down, and she's like, you could tell she was like breathing. I was like, does this happen?
That was so scary.
And I'm like, no, not if you go alone. If you go alone, maybe, but she was terrified.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
The skier found the snowboarder.
What are the odds of that?
I'll find it.
He would have been. He would have perished.
Dude, he would have. Like, I don't know how you see something like that. That's crazy to me.
That's what I'll start doing for my reels. I'll just start finding really gnarly like snowboarding, skiing stuff.
Just send it to Kelsey.
Good idea.
All right.
All right, guys.
Hey, give me a field goal. Nope.
That almost took my eye out.
The camera.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, you almost killed me.
You literally almost killed him.
Chill out.
In an alternate universe, that would have made me blind. And then,
dude, how funny would that be if you had to be you're an eye patch guy for the rest of your life, and it's because of you?
I mean, Ada would dig it. Ada would be like, because she loves pirates.
She'd be like, "Arg!"
Every time she would see me, instead of going, "Hi, Daddy," she'd go, "Arg!"
Arg, matey.
This is how you know it's serious. The toy has a safety.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
All right, guys, Patreons,
That's intense, bro.
Yeah, dude.
All right, I'm done.
Chill.
You almost killed
Chill.
him.
I almost died. You almost killed your husband.
Relax. You
would have
punched
had
me in
to
the face.
You did punch her in the face.
That's
He'll
true.
never believe. I can't even get past that, man.
Okay, love you guys.
Okay,
bye.
Bye, Patreon. Mwah. 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 Mwah.
Okay.
Mwah.
Too many kisses.
I love you.
Ew. Butterfly. So gross.
Did I say ninja? I meant butterfly. The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations.
Does it empty your mind?
You learn martial arts! Ninjas are dead!